Hi, I'm Rebecca Purdy from South Sound Chapter in Washington State. And one of the things personally I get when I come to these kind of things is doing all these team building things and literally building things always makes me appreciate all the other people in my company who really build buildings and such, and the architects and the engineers and all of the skills that they bring, and so I really appreciate them. And one of the other pieces is that it helps me to realize that I do, even though I'm not comfortable doing some of those things and the time pressure and all that, it's like I still, it reminds me that it's like, okay, so I do enjoy being creative. Sometimes I have to push myself to do that, but so maybe one of my personal to-dos was going to be to go home and maybe pick up that guitar that I haven't played in many years, have to build up the calluses again. So gonna do that. And then I guess professionally, but even in many areas, came to me last night as I was packing my bag, and I had taken out my stuff I was going to wear today, and I had my clothes over here, and I had my big hiking shoes because they're big and I didn't want to put them in the suitcase. And I get all my suitcase all packed, and I'm looking at this and I'm going, I don't want to wear those big shoes. And I want my sandals, and I'm like, those sandals are at the bottom of my suitcase. And so what I found was, it was like, well, maybe I can just take all the clothes that I packed neatly on top of there and set them aside. And I was like, okay, this is like what we did when we were building the cairn. And Stu came up with, it's like, okay, so we need this to be taller, and we wanted this big piece to go in there. And he's like, no, we don't have to take it all apart. We'll just take this stack, somebody takes this stack and holds it aside, and we slipped in the other piece that we were missing. And so I did that with my suitcase last night. and so to me the analogy is, it's like we go back and we go, okay, so what piece are we missing? You know, we don't have to take the whole thing apart, we don't have to tumble it down. It's like, I just need, you know, what is that? You know, do I need to use the national tools more, or do I, you know, need to do this or that, and just fit that in. You know, we don't have to break the things that aren't broken, you know, take the things down that work. And so one of the things that we've done in our local chapter that has helped a lot is get the committees going. And so that kind of brings me to the power of one. I'm not just one, and I can build the team and get some help and kind of be like when we did the hula hoop thing and we're all in the circle, and it's like, you know, there's somebody's more engaged at one point or another in something than the rest of the group, and the rest of the group's, you know, kind of there to support us, but you know, each person kind of does their own piece, and it makes the whole thing work. So
1, 2, 3.
Thank you so much. You know, it reminds us of how we opened with City Slickers. What's the one thing? To do it all. Find the one thing. Kathy's reinforced that. Find that one thing that fits your chapter and its uniqueness. Take it back, work on that, and you'll do a great job. And thanks for sharing that about the hula hoop, because that's such a great exercise.
Yeah,
Thank
it was
you.
fun.